SBidol.
Maayong gabi sa inyong tanan, magandang gabi Pilipinas, and good evening world. I am your new host Maki and you're watching the Singing Bayani Idol. Out of the 35 contestants, we are now down to our top 6. But before we take a look at their performances, let's take a look at last week's performance.
I'm forever yours, faithfully.
Salamat, ingatan mo ang lipad ng pangarap. Umaasar, slowly she runs, looking up the ceiling. Where my hand she stretched, then she started to speak. One kamakabugera, ganda mo'y irarampa, di magpapatinat sa sasabihin ng iba. Kamakabugera, umaapaw ang karisma. Bukas na lang kita. Bukas na lang kita.
Forgive me what I can't bear. Take me out of the dark, my Lord, 'cause I don't want to be alone.
Of course, this wouldn't be a competition without our prizes. So, our first ever SBidol Grand Prize winner will take home a total of 5 million Korean won in cash, as well as 1 year supply of skincare plus 1 year free remittance courtesy of SBI Cost Money and SBI Remit. Alright, now let's take a look at this round's criteria for judging. By the way, for this round, we had a special challenge for our contestants. We asked them to sing one 80s or 90s upbeat OPM song plus one English song of their choice. 30% of their scores will be coming from the judges' scores out of their OPM song performance. Another 30% will be coming from their English song of choice. 20% will be coming from the total sign-ups using the SBidol codes, and another 20% will be coming from their popularity based on Facebook likes, shares, and YouTube likes. All in all, a total of 100%. The 3 contestants who will garner the highest scores for this round will proceed to our next round and will be our final 3. And now, at this juncture, we will introduce our judges. Our first judge is a composer, musician, and a master's degree holder of music from Yonsei University, who has been active in K-pop industry and in the world of classic and contemporary music. Let's welcome Mr. Alvaro Eran. Our second judge became an instant viral star when she won in the 3rd episode of Korean singing contest Top Goal Rhapsody with her amazing song rendition of Labis na Nasaktan. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jeneline Yabu. Our next judge was hailed as the grand champion of 2015 KBS Global Village Singing Contest and GFN Foreigners Singing Contest on the same year. Let's give a round of applause for Miss Princess Kate Corporal. Last but not the least, we have SBI Cost Money's Philippine representative in this panel, who was also hailed as one of the winners in a Korean singing festival for foreigners in Daegu. Let's welcome Mr. Nico Rivera. Welcome back, judges! So for this episode, we will see the performances of the contestants on their 80s or 90s upbeat OPM songs, followed by the judges' reactions and comments to their performances. Well, wag na nating patagalin. Here is our first round.
Bababaero, bababaero, bababaero daw ako. Sinong may sabing makakating labi? Di naman totoo. Puro imbento, sari-saring kwento, basta't sa'yo lang ako. Araw-araw kong napapansin, pag-iwas mo sa'kin, di malaman ang gagawin. Kaya't sabihin mo sa akin ang iyong tunay na hangarin. Wag mo lang isiping may karibal ka sa'kin.
I like the spirit when dancing the instrumental part.
Ibibigay mong todo, mahirapan
Also
ako
Christmas spirit,
upang mapatunayang ako'y tapat sa'yo. Sana'y paniwala ang ikaw ay mahal ko, at wag na lang sabihin ako'y bababaero, bababaero, bababaero daw ako. Sinong may sabing makakating labi? Di naman totoo. Bababaero, bababaero, bababaero daw ako. Sinong may sabing makakating labi? Di naman totoo. Sabihin mo sa akin ang iyong tunay na hangarin. Wag mo lang isipin may karibal ka sa'kin. Sabihin mo sa akin ang iyong tunay na hangarin. Wag mo lang isipin may karibal ka sa'kin. Bababaero, bababaero, bababaero daw ako. Sinong may sabing makakating labi? Di naman totoo. Bababaero, bababaero, bababaero daw ako. Sinong may sabing makakating labi? Di naman totoo.
Linis ng boses niya. May pagka-vibes talaga siya kay kay Gary Van.
Mr. Pure
Gary
Energy.
Van siya. Oo.
Alvaro, by the way, the song title means Playboy.
Ah, okay, perfect. Perfect.
Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think for me, napakaganda nung yung delivery niya nung song kasi last nung prelims, di ba, ang sabi ko sa kanya, ang bilin ko sa kanya, parang gusto ko ng upbeat from him. Natapat na ang theme natin for this semi-finals ay OPM Disco Retro. So I think fit na fit talaga yung kanta na napili niya dun sa team natin. And then napakita niya din yung kasi 'di ba last time puro powerful siya ballad rock something like that. Pero this time maganda yung pagka-delivery niya nung upbeat song.
Tsaka mas na-emphasize na kasi Tagalog.
Tama.
Yes.
What do you think, Judge Alvaro?
I like as well, like the contrast between this song and the previous one that he performed. So it shows like he has a very good control over his voice in different genres. So that's good. That's very versatile. So yeah, it's clear by now that he has a great control over his voice. So that's great. And I like, as you mentioned before, his body expression and like in instrumental parts is still like try to keep the beat and like the how to say, the feeling of the song. Try to give it. I think that's good. That's I guess that's the minimum that we can expect for this type of songs, right? However, personally, I didn't like too much the song. I found it a little bit dull. But just the song itself, the interpretation was good, right? But in general, yeah, very, very good performance.
Yeah, indeed. For me, I think indeed like the versatility of Idol number 1 really showcased in this number. So before he performed the powerful ballad, Michael Bolton Journey, but this time around it's upbeat, it's playful, and he was able to pull it off very well. And since it's in Tagalog, it's very free, no strain in his voice, very clear. So I really like it.
How about you, Judge Jenny?
For me, wala akong masabi eh. Kasi andun na lahat. As in, full package yung pinakita niya. Nagustuhan ko yung, the way siya, na-feel niya yung rhythm ng song, sinasabayan niya. Yung may mga parts na hindi siya kumakanta, pero yung body movements niya andun pa din. Ayun, super na-appreciate ko.
Very good indeed.
Huwag nang mag-alinlangan pa, kung gusto mo ako'y lumapit ka. Huwag nang patorpe-torpe pa, minsan tuloy ako'y naiinis na. Di mo ba ito napapansin, na ako'y may pagtingin din? Hindi mo ba ito napupuna, na gusto na rin kita? Huwag nang mag-alinlangan pa, kung gusto mo ako'y lumapit ka. Huwag nang patorpe-torpe pa, minsan tuloy ako'y naiinis na. Bakit ka ganyan? Puros ligaw, tingin ka na lang. At kung minsan lalapit ka na, bakit pa tumalikod ka? Urong-sulong ka, bakit ka ganyan? Urong-sulong ka. Urong-sulong ka, bakit ka ganyan? Urong-sulong ka. Urong-sulong.
Expressions talaga niya.
Urong-sulong. Urong-sulong. Huwag nang mag-alinlangan pa, kung gusto mo ako'y aminin mo na. Huwag nang patorpe-torpe pa, minsan tuloy ako'y naiinis na. Bakit ka ganyan? Hindi kita maintindihan. Damdamin mo'y tinatago mo pa. Mabuti pang sabihin mo na. Urong-sulong ka, bakit ka ganyan? Urong-sulong ka. 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 Urong-sulong. 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 Urong-sulong.
Enjoy niya.
Enjoy.
May invisible stage talaga to si Idol number 9
Feel na feel
sa
niya
room
talaga.
niya. Oo, meron talaga. Hindi lang natin nakikita, pero talagang meron siyang invisible stage sa room niya. Bongga.
Ano pa kaya pag lives na natin?
True. Ang gusto ko sa kanya yung fade in, fade out niya ng boses niya.
Kontrolado niya.
Kontrolado.
No? Oo. So and she communicated very well the words and the meaning of the song. So as I was telling Judge Alvaro, it's about telling the guy to tell her like what he feels, you know. So and she's like really like showing the face and the voice and all of these things. So I think it was flirty, and also I think it really went very well with the song.
I think that was the best part of the interpretation, just like her body language.
Yeah.
Yes.
The song, I think, is not that difficult. Of course, it's dynamic, so you should take care of the diction, the pronunciation very well. But like, it's not that difficult. Like the range is not that wide, so she can control it very well. So I think her focus was mostly on the delivery, like the interpretation, and her body language, which was great. It was very fun to watch, so I like it.
But for me, just a piece of advice lang po, no? Hindi naman to negative na comment. Para sa akin lang, as we perform talaga, dapat i-adjust din natin na hindi ma-over yung performance natin. Yung, kumbaga, kasi minsan kasi yung mga nanonood, makikita nila yan Makikita nila yun, how you delivered the song well. Hindi naman sa sobrang magalaw ka, sobrang na pag-emphasize mo ng song, is talaga, yung control dapat. Huwag natin kalimutan yung control kahit sa pagsayaw, sa facial expression natin, kasi mapapansin talaga yan. Kaya, yun, piece of advice lang, habang hindi naman siya negative comment, Huwag natin masyadong overrun yung pag-perform natin. Dapat balance lang din.
Again, maybe in a big stage, that would have been very lovely because she has to make very big movements. And I think one factor is that it's one camera right in front of her, focusing on her face. So that's why we can see everything, and maybe sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. But I think, I get Judge Jenny's point.
But I think for me, it's fitting. Pero yun nga, nabanggit nyo din na walang stage, di ba? One camera only focusing on her face and not the body itself. But in this musical genre, I mean, this is supposed to be used on discos and, in the
Malikot
80s.
talaga
Malikot.
dapat.
So, sayawan talaga. Bailihan, kumbaga. So, I think okay naman siya sa akin. Yun nga lang, I take into account din yung sinabi ni Judge Princess and Judge Jenny na medyo bawasan nga din ng konti. Pero sa tingin ko, okay naman, pasok naman siya dun sa song. Okay siya.
Mr.
Cute.
Ano yung lyrics na yun? Shabirap?
Shabara?
Shabarab.
Parang ganun.
Parang adlib na lang siya. No?
On point yung style ni Idol number 15. In fairness, yung hair, makeup,
True.
accessories. So I think that has some points, of course, in terms of showmanship. Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
I think kalaban niya si Idol number 9 sa projections, di ba? Sa mga gestures. Parang sila yung pinaka-lively dito sa batch na to. Although hindi pa natin nakikita yung dalawang yung tatlo pala na susunod. Pero yun din, gestures and the way she projects herself on the camera while singing, I think it's a plus point. And also vocals kind of crisp as well. And yeah, iba siya dun sa napakita niya during auditions and prelims. So yeah, I think it's really good.
I think we mentioned perhaps on previous rounds, but like it seems like she's really like enjoying when she's performing,
Yeah.
which is great, and it looks like she's very into it in the song, right? So, however, just a couple of things like on the modulation sections of the song, like the tuning, the tuning was not on point. That you can hear some out of tune beats here and there. But it's just right when it modulates, because it's difficult, you are like in one key and
Then
just-
goes up. Yeah, I think I noticed
So right
this
when
one.
you modulate,
Yeah.
so like it takes maybe a couple of phrases for you to get into the new key.
Yes.
But she did it very well. However, like you can still notice like this
Yeah,
out
that
of tune part. So a little bit more pay attention on that, on those modulations. It will be great.
I think yung sa tingin ko yan yung Mr. Disco,
Oo,
yung
yung sa pangalawa.
pangalawa,
Iba na siya.
yung hierarchy nag-key change siya doon. So medyo yun nga medyo nag-off din doon. Pero who can blame her na yung kanta, 'di ba? Fast paced siya. So
Pero nagustuhan ko yung malalambing na parts. It took me back in time nung siguro 80s, 90s. Di ba part ng song yung malambing na part na forma, yung mga ganun. Parang sobrang sweet pakinggan.
Bumagay kasi sa boss
mga
niya.
patwitams,
Bagay na bagay sa kanya yung part na yun.
Tsaka yung mga galawan niya, sobrang fit dun sa kanta.
Good job.
Good job, Miss
Miss
Karen
Karen.
Kim.
We work and study hard in Korea, far away from our hometown. However, it was more difficult to find a quick and affordable way to send money abroad from Korea. Overseas remittance. Worry no more. Low transfer fees without hidden charges. Better exchange rate compared to other companies. SBI Cost Money is over 90% cheaper than banks. Complete your remittance in as fast as 1 minute. You can conveniently send money to 12 countries from Korea. So, you can pay less, but send more. SBI Cost Money.
Lahat ay nagulat nang buksan ang pinto. Sayaw ng mga tao'y biglang nahinto. Buhok mo'y Gucci, talampa kay Gucci. Suot mo'y gawa ni Pitoy, di nang galing kay Eloy. Bongga ka day, sige lang, itaas ang kilay. Bongga ka day, sige lang, itaas ang kilay. Hala, turo, ow! Hala, hay. Tapos na ang araw ng hirap at gutom. Swerte ka at nakahagip ng madatong. Buhok mo'y Gucci, talampa kay Gucci.
She just
Suot
gave
mo'y
birth.
gawa ni Pitoy, di nang galing kay Eloy.
Di mo napansin?
Bongga ka day, sige lang, itaas ang kilay. bongga ka day. Sige lang, itaas ang kilay. Hala, 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 turu, 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 ow! Hala, 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 hay, hay, hay. Tapos na ang araw ng hirap at gutom. Swerte ka't nakahagip ng madatong. Buhok mo'y Gucci, talampa kay Gucci. Suot mo'y gawa ni Pitoy, di nang galing kay Elo. Bongga ka day. Sige lang, itaas ang kilay. 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 Bongga ka day, bongga, itaas ang kilay.
Bongga ka talaga,
Last time,
Day.
di ba kabugera yung kinanta niya? Ngayon naman, bongga.
Bongga talaga. Talagang bumabagay
Bongga,
sa
Day,
kanya.
bongga.
At
Bonggang
congratulations nga pala dahil nanganak na siya.
Oo nga.
Naku,
Male kaya female?
Oo. Pero anyway, bongga pa din siya. Mapaano man ang... But I gotta admire her. She was able to sustain her energy all throughout the song, you know. So I think in the beginning talagang pasabog na siya. Until the end naman, talagang bongga at pasabog talaga. Pabongga din talaga yung energy niya. So yeah, I think that's very good.
That's a good point, like to keep the same energy level throughout the
Yeah.
song is not something that everyone can do, like as easy and effortless as she evidently like did it. So that was great. Yeah, that very enthusiastic and energetic performance.
take notes, just gave birth.
Exactly.
I think just weeks
How?
or one or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But it was great, and I like her voice, like especially when she goes to the low register of her voice. I think it's good control, and it's a good contrast to what we usually see with the female singers that usually they try to exploit more the high register, but like she tries more a little bit like on the low part of her register, so that's great.
Yeah. So, yun nga din, may comment lang ako dun sa, di ba may parang tawag ito, parang hinit niya yung high notes, tapos may kasunod ka agad na low notes. Medyo nakapos lang siguro doon ng konti, dun sa, hindi ko na matandaan yung part na yun. Pero, yun nga, as you have mentioned, all of you guys, like, all throughout the song, same energy level, even yung pagtaas ng kilay. Gusto ko nga sanang bilangin yung pagtaas ng kilay. Pero, ang gandang touch nung sa kanta. Pag nasa stage yan, mas lalo na siguro mas maganda.
Gusto ko yung paano siya nag-enjoy sa kanta eh. He's just feeling the rhythm of the song. Sobrang galing.
also very distinct yung bigkas niya. Bongga ka day.
Yung day niya, may day pa yun.
Day talaga. Oo, talagang distinct yung pagkakabigkas niya. So maganda.
Tapos lalo na dun sa sa blank part, hindi pala siya blank. Yung hala, yung hala. Di ba siya, there are points sa song na ang lyrics lang yung hala. Pero yung energy, yung pa din, parang full of lyrics pa din yung kahit isa lang yung lyrics. So, good job, Miss Catherine.
Walang iba ang sasarap sa pagtitingin natin. Sana ay di na magwakas itong awit ng pag-ibig. Awit natin ay huwag mong kalimutan. Pangako ko naman na lagi kang pakikinggan. Magpagkailanman isang pag-ibig ay parang lansangan na pandalawahan. Kaya't sa ating awit tayo ay magbigayan. Awitin mo at isasayaw ko. Awitin mo at isasayaw ko. Walang iba ang sasarap sa pagtitingin natin. Sana ay di na magwakas itong awit ng pag-ibig. Awit natin ay wag na wag mong kalimutan. Pangako ko naman na lagi kang pakikinggan. Magpagkailanman ang isang pag-ibig ay parang lansangan na pandalawahan. Kaya't sa ating awit tayo ay magbigayan. Awitin mo at isasayaw ko. Awitin mo at isasayaw ko.
Haspe Costan.
Si Haspe is our dramatic ballad singer. So I think I can feel that this is a little out of her comfort zone, but I can also sense that she really tried her best. By the way, the original song was sung by a group. So if you've noticed, Alvaro, like there are parts where she's at this range and then suddenly she goes to the next part and all. Yeah, and this group is actually reminiscent of Bee Gees. So some members are hitting that part, like what she's hitting in the beginning, and some members are actually doing falsetto. So that's why you can tell that she's switching from one range to the other.
Yeah, I understand now, because actually my first comment was going to say that even though the performance was good, that part is too low for her. I mean, she can sing it well. However, the voice loses some clarity when she goes down that way. However, she did it great. She did it great. So now that you mentioned that, so I understand, because as after she performed these low parts, and then when the register becomes higher, so of course her voice comes more to life, right? You can hear more clearly. So I guess that then she choose a very difficult song then to perform, right?
Sobrang hirap.
Yes.
Yeah, however, she did it very well, I think.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle register and high register, you can see how powerful her voice is. So I think that helped a little bit, at least for me, to compensate the low clarity parts on the low register.
Right.
Yeah. Yun nga. Parang nakikita ko pa din yung ballad element sa boses niya, even though kumakanta siya ng retro, ng disco song. Yun nga, hindi siya siguro madalas kantahin ni Miss Haspe. So, yun nga, medyo parang nahirapan siya na ilabas yung natural, yung timbre of her voice. Pero kahit labas sa comfort zone niya yung kanta na to, I think maganda naman yung delivery. Yun nga lang, when we have this kind of challenge, dapat siguro we have to choose the right song. Kasi it's a really difficult song. It's sung by a group, originally sung by a group. So, yun, medyo sa akin, a different song choice would be better in my opinion.
Although perhaps maybe that was the reason why she chose it. She chose that song to showcase. To showcase how he can go from this register to the other effortlessly. Perhaps that was
the goal.
Yeah. The goal.
Pero she did it well naman. Kahit mahirap yung kanta na yun.
nagustuhan ko din naman. Oo, yun nga. Pero yun, song choice, yun yung
Song
yun
choice.
yung number one song choice. But then yeah, in terms of showcase of range, kitang-kita naman. Low registers, check na check. High registers, check na check. So, no question when it comes to Idol number 19 naman talaga when it comes to voice quality.
Siguro dapat, ano na lang, next time, dapat komportable siya sa song na pipiliin.
Yes, I think that's the most important thing.
Panahon natin ay nag-iba, kaya't sundin. Masasayang awitin ay nararapat na tangkilikin. Awiting bago ay naghihintay para isayaw mo. Sumayaw sumunod sa kaindak ng panahon, kasabay ng mga bagong tugtugin ngayon. Sumayaw sumunod sa kaindak ng panahon, makisama, mag-enjoy ka ngayon.
It's very similar to the previous song. So you can hear the falsetto and the low one, yeah.
Group team to, di ba?
Panahon natin ay nag-iba, kaya't sundin. Masasayang awitin ay nararapat na tangkilikin. Awiting bago ay naghihintay para isayaw mo. Sumayaw sumunod sa kaindak ng panahon, kasabay ng mga bagong tugtugin ngayon. Sumayaw sumunod sa kaindak ng panahon, makisama, mag-enjoy ka ngayon. Sumayaw sumunod sa kaindak ng panahon, kasabay ng mga bagong tugtugin ngayon. Sumayaw sumunod sa kaindak ng panahon, kasabay ng mga bagong tugtugin ngayon. Sumayaw sumunod sa kaindak ng panahon, kasabay ng mga bagong tugtugin ngayon. Sumayaw sumunod sa kaindak ng panahon, kasabay ng mga bagong tugtugin ngayon. Sumayaw sumunod sa kaindak ng panahon, kasabay ng mga bagong tugtugin ngayon.
Alam mo kanina kung may Gary Valenciano tayo, ngayon naman may Martin Rivera tayo.
Oo, disco guy.
Pero kung si Sir Elmer, kahit balladeer siya, yung, di ba, yung genre niya kasi more on ballads, di ba? Pero, di ko alam, parang nag-fit sa kanya yung boses niya dito sa kanta na to. This song perfectly suits his voice. I don't know, because he's supposed to be a balladeer, but yeah,
Ang
very
galing
good.
niya sumayaw eh.
Actually, I would want to see a full body. Kasi I think kung may footwork siguro yung mas maganda pa yung delivery yung overall performance nung song. Pero meron lang ako dito kasi most of the OPM retro songs natin, marami siyang blank parts na hindi naman siya blank parts, yung parang instrumental lang yung mga parts, or yung iba naman katulad nung sa pag yung sa last part yung umihina na yung volume
Fade out na.
mas maganda siguro kung naiba nila yung areglo nung song, na ma-emphasize yung voice nila rather than dun sa mga instrumental. Pero I also understand naman na mahirap kasing ibahin yung areglo ng kanta, lalo na kung walang professional na mga gamit, di ba? So, even though na ganun yung naging cases, most of the songs dun sa round na to, maganda naman yung performances, lalo na si Sir Elmer. Kudos. Magaling.
Pero one thing lang gusto ko na i-clarify, the lyrics of the song, yung about sa sumayaw sumunod ka sa indak or sa kaindak?
I think something is wrong with that, but yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. So iba yung lyrics ni Sir.
Sumayaw, sumunod.
Ni Idol
Kasi parang na-mention niya,
Diba?
sa kaindak yata yung...
Does it change the meaning of the lyrics?
The lyrics,
Or-
yes,
Yes.
the actual lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's something.
Ano ba yung nasabi niya?
Sa kaindak.
kaindak?
Yun yung napansin
Sumayaw,
ko.
sumunod ka
Kasa
sa
indak
indak ng panahon. So, sa kaindak yung ano yun.
Oo.
I won't minus any points, however, so it's just fine. It's just that, yeah, it was a little
Yeah.
distracting, I could say, but yeah, I could say that it's fine. Yeah, and what like Judge Nico was saying, similar to Idol number 19, this is a little out of his comfort zone because it's balladier, slow songs, dramatic songs, but then he was able to pull it off. I know he really tried his best and showed his energy, so I think kudos to that. And yeah, again, a word of caution, the song is was also performed by a group similar to BG, so some were like very low registers and some are falsetto, so yeah, also there's a challenge, but I think he was consistent all throughout. I think you may have noticed that.
Even though you mentioned that perhaps it was out of his comfort zone, I feel that he pulled it off completely.
Yeah, he was enjoying it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
though.
and actually maybe I enjoyed this one a little bit more than his previous performance,
one.
but mostly because of his body expression. Because now, like I see him like more open,
more
Yeah.
dense.
right? Like on the previous ones, of course, like it suits the song like very like calm, like very for him just inside. However, on this one, like I saw him like more open, so I saw like another part of his
him.
interpretation. So it was great, and I don't know why, but I always hear like a sincerity in his voice, which I really like. And like it's hard to explain because it's not something like technical that you can find. It's just I don't know his expression, right? Like something very sincere and honest, which I like.
Totally. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Total performer talaga.
Very good, Mr. Elmer. Yes.
Naaliw at napaindak ba kayo sa performances ng ating top 6? Well, kami dito sa studio, sayaw-sayaw na kami, diskong-disco na. But, it's not yet the end. Ngayon po ay tapos na ang ating first leg ng ating semi-final round. But tomorrow, you need to watch our top 6 performance on their English song of choice. Plus, bukas din po i-announce ang ating top 3. Yan, excited na kayo? Kami dito, excited na din. So, alalahanin po, bukas, 7 p.m. dito lamang po sa SBI Cost Money Philippines Facebook page and SBI Cost Money YouTube channel. Okay? Anyway, this is your host, Maki, and you're watching the Singing Bayani Idol Semi-Final Round, Episode 1. Kids, bye!